in this video, I'm going to be teaching a student and showing them how they can start buying and selling cars for profit with £0. So a lot of people come to me and they say, look, I really want to start car flipping. I don't have the money for it. I was just thinking, I need to do something for those people, and I can show you exactly how you can start doing it in this video, teaching the student and how you can also scale this and take it to even make £5,000-10,000 per month if you do this properly. And I really hope you benefited. The £0 start method, I think I'm going to be showing you how you can get your first 5 cars to sell. And from those cars that are going to cost you £0, you can make some money to then make more money. Same way I did it. You don't need capital. You need access. Everybody thinks that the first move in car flipping is buying a car, and that's where they go wrong. And well, that's where a lot of people, they take L's and they just get put off from it, and they just never really want to do it again. The car is the expensive part. The skill is the valuable part. Do you get what I'm saying? And that skill is worth money to somebody who already owns a car and can't shift it. So a lot of people have cars and own cars, and they just don't know how to get rid of them, right? They don't know how to sell them. They don't have the time to sell them, whatever it may be. And that's where you basically come in. Sell one of those, take a cut, and you have made money in this business without spending a penny. Do you get it? If you basically become the person that solves that issue, you take a cut for solving that issue. You sell the car for them, right? We'll teach you how to do that. You make a commission. You can save the commission until you have enough for a car or a flip. 6 steps is what you need to know, yeah? And that's literally the whole thing. Write the list. That's the first step. Second step, pick the channel. Okay? Third step, build report. 4th step, respond with VPP, which we'll talk about in a minute. 5th step, make the offer. 6 is ask for the referral. Because this here is what's going to keep your money flowing and get you more money. Again, we'll dig into that. Write a list of 100 people or close to 100 people that you know who own a car. And I mean it. This is how you're going to start making money. No leads, no strangers, people whose numbers you already have, people you know. Yeah? Family and in-laws, mates you still see most weeks, old school uni group chats, whatever you want to call it, colleagues, past, present, gym, neighbors. Bro, you walk sometimes and you see cars and you see a paper on them. Take that number down, sell it for them, make a cut, right? Get to 70 or 50 or 20, whatever it may be. They have a car and they need to sell it, and you can come in the middle and make a commission from that. And that's how you can start yourself and how you can build yourself from nothing to something. You with me, yeah?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Pick one channel and stay on it. This is very important. Don't do 16 different things, right? Just pick one thing, stick on that most. If they come from other leads or other places, fine. But I would say the recommended is phone call. Just call them up. Don't just call them and say, yeah, hello, do you have a car? It's not going to work. That's not... If someone calls me now and says, yeah, hello, Flips, you got a car? I'm going to say, get lost. Especially if someone that I haven't spoken to in a long time. You don't do that. WhatsApp voice notes is good as well. Some people are super busy and have very expensive cars to sell, meaning nice and big commission. Instagram DMs is good as well, but remember, not everyone checks their DMs. I don't check my DMs. Be human. This is very important. Be human. Before anything else, before the car, before the offer, before the number, before the problems, before the deal, just be human. Build rapport. What I mean by this is check on people, bro. Like, like, hello, how are you? I saw that you were away last week. I didn't see you in the masjid, or I didn't see X, Y, Z, whatever. Just talk to people. Be human. Be human. Don't be a robot. Saw the little ones start school. Means they ain't little no more. But as time gone, what are you driving these days? It's a good one to start with. Are you still driving? It's a good one as well. You still have that Mercedes. You still have that Bugatti. You still have that Ferrari. People reward 3 things, okay? And once you give them these 3 things, they hand you basically their deal or their car or money. Attention, affection, and approval. Okay, this is super important because making them like you leads to trusting you, which leads you to then selling the car, which leads you to making a profit, making a cut or a commission, whatever you want to call it. So that is very important. So how do you actually respond like a human or a normal conversation or a normal person? VPP, I told you we're going to move on to that. Validate, praise, pivot. Okay, validate, say their situation back to them. Get them to actually understand and remember that they have a car that they need to sell that's depreciating. Get rid of it. Car you need to swap. You need a bigger car. You need 7 seats. Your wife's going to give birth soon. You need to have that extra seat. I'm the guy that's going to do that for you and make a car. Don't tell them about that, but remind them. Praise. Find the positive trait inside it. Okay? And then ask a question closer to your offer. Sometimes they just need to hear it from someone else. Sometimes they just need a reminder. Right? Validate what they said and say it back to them. I just remind them of the situation that's happening, because to you, as someone that's buying and selling cars for a profit, for example, you're going to see it differently. They're not going to prioritize getting rid of that car. They're going to prioritize other things. Otherwise, they would have done it themselves. So they give you an excuse, no time, no money, family, the 9 to 5. They might tell you that they're busy with other things and whatnot. So what this does is it brings attention, affection, and approval all in one sentence. Praise the positive trait hiding inside it. So whatever they just told you about their life contains something worth responding. So in this specific example, they responded with them having a family and having 3 kids to provide for. So you just say, for example, fair play though, 3 kids and you're still providing, that's not easy, because it's not. So being real and realistic with them and reminding them and showing them that you're not sympathizing, but your understanding of their situation will help you gain their trust. So whatever they just told you about their life contains something that's worth respecting. Find it and say it. From this example, it's that. It could be in your example, anything else. What it does is people love talking about themselves. Praise opens that door. And the person who feels understood is the one person who says yes. Pivot to ask a question closer to your offer. So did you ever get around to moving it? You told me you wanted that 3 series. So again, just a reminder of maybe a conversation you might have had with someone a month or 2 months ago. Reminding them, like, have you done it? Because you said you wanted to move on to that, but you can't until you get rid of this, which now you are going to be the guy solving that and making your commission on. You're not asking for the sell here. You're asking one question that walks the conversation one step nearer to it. Then you just shut up and let them talk, because they might themselves tell you, yeah, yes, I haven't done it. Do you know anyone, or can you do it? See what I did there? To ask. Now, bring in their family and friends, because this is the more people you do it for, the more money you make, like I said earlier. Actually, do you know anyone who's been trying to sell their car and just can't shift it? I've started selling cars for people, and I'm taking a few first cases or a few cars that I want to start selling for people. And I thought to get in contact and just let you know in case you wanted to sell your car, right? They don't pay me a thing unless I actually sell it. So there's no cost here, right? So you don't get paid until it's sold, i.e. for them, there's no cost as well. So they're going to love getting you more clients, because you sell it, then you make your cut. Everyone's happy. They'll ask more about it, which is normal. You get to tell them, I handle all of it. Photos, the advert, selling, the car, the calls, time wasters, negotiations. You don't do anything. And I'm mentored by a trader, or I'm mentored by someone who's dealt with cars worth around £1 million. I know exactly what your car is worth because you've studied at Flippers Institute, so you know everything from us already. And then you can say, also, do you know anyone else that comes to mind? Like, trust me, I'm good for it. I'll get rid of your car. You can trust me, sort of thing. If you ask someone, guy, and they say no, for example, you can still continue the conversation if you really want, because the conversation is going to become cold after this, right? You can say, does anyone you hate come to mind? Because in reality, they might hate someone and they might have a car and that might be a deal for you. But most cases, this won't happen. I wouldn't really recommend saying that to someone, but you can if you want to. Does anyone you like come to mind? These 2 additional words, they make a huge difference. Because if you ask someone, does anyone come to mind, their brain will just treat it as a troll. So when you add these 2 words, it becomes basically a question about people that they care about. And they're more likely to give you a genuine answer. So here are 10 ways to basically gain their trust, and 10 things that you can choose from to use. You need 3 of them, 3 or 4, I would say. But you have 10 here. So whatever you're good at, use that to basically then gain their trust to get that car sold for them. Okay? So proof that you've done it, for example, your story, proof of people like them getting it. So testimonials. So make sure that when you do it, record and show that you've done it for them. Maybe have a picture next to the car once it's sold or whatever. Visible reviews, again, that's a good one. Legitimate a mentorship that you've done Flippers Institute. So I've learned from them. I've taught many people that are now successful, and so on and so forth. Use 3 or 4 of these, brings you a lot closer. The obvious problem, but I haven't sold a single car yet. Correct. So you borrow the credibility instead of inventing it. Never claim a result that you don't have. So what you basically say is the truth. You've been mentored by a trader, someone who buys and sells cars actively. A lot of people have done his program and have bought and sold cars profitably. And I've done that program now, and I'm ready to take this to the next step. So once you show them that, that's enough for them to know and to trust you, because they know you've got the information from a reliable source. Not only that, they know that you've actually learned and have knowledge about their car and evaluations and how to sell it and so on and so forth. So that's your proof right there. Basically, what you say to them is, because you're confident that you can shift it, you say to them, look, don't pay me anything until I sell it. Deal closed. Okay? Remember when I asked about friends and family, when we spoke about friends and family most of the time they will ask you actually. They'll say, hang on, can you not just sell mine or my friends or my cousins or my sisters or my brothers or whatever? That is the whole game. Okay. And if they don't say it, then you say it basically for them. Actually, what about yours? Do you want me to sell? Do you want me to sell yours? Do you want me to take your car off your hands? Do you want me to help you get rid of your car? So on and so forth. And you can easily scale from there. Your side of the deal. So what you ask for in return, okay? Number one, they let you run the sale your way, okay? Your photos, your advert, your pricing, your calls, your negotiation, you judge it, whatever they're at, okay? Number two, they give you honest feedback. And this is super important because then you can go back to the feedback and amend or repair or fix whatever wasn't good or great about that deal or sell, okay? What felt slow, what felt unclear, and so on and so forth, like I just said. Number three, they record your testimonial if it deserves one. So if you do end up getting rid of a car for someone and they're happy to record a testimonial or even give you a written one, that's proof that you've done it and it's been done and you've done it properly and they are happy with it. And you can show that to other potential customers. And then you can gain their trust super easily. You don't need to talk anymore. The proof is there. When they push back, two objections, both are usually false. I haven't got the time. Time is the thing that you are reviewing because you do everything. You told them, look, you don't need to do anything. I will do the advert, pictures, marketing, a description, selling it, answering calls. I'll deal with that. I don't want to pay a commission. Talk about the cost of doing nothing and remind them the commission doesn't come from the car's worth and value. You're not gonna. So if they tell you I want $2,000, you're not gonna chop that $2,000. You can tell it. You can give them a trade price and you sell it at retail and then you get that profit out of the deal itself, not from their pocket. So if they say I want around 1.5, negotiate them to trade price. Tell them that if you want to sell your car and you want me to sell it for you, I can sell it for you at trade. Then you can sell it just above trade to make a bit of a profit. So let's say he wants $1,000, you sell it for 1.3, that's £300. That's not coming off them. They want $1,000. You're selling it for 1.3 or 1.2. Someone can negotiate it to even 1.250, accept it. I've sold many cars like this, and I still do, where basically someone says, I want $2,000, another car is worth about $3,000 and needs a bit of tidying up, sell it for 2.5, 2.4K, give them their 2K, make my £400. Lovely job. Okay? This is very important. Okay, so 4 reasons why this is worth doing free. It's because sometimes you just need to start cheap or free. And at the same time of doing this, and this is just normal and natural when you're starting something fresh and new, because you're not known yet. And you yourself need to practice certain things before you can start charging a premium. Okay. And this is going to help you get to that premium because you get practice at charging. Okay. So you get to practice that. Asking for money out loud is a skill and it only becomes normal by repetition. Okay. You're probably not good yet. Said with respect. Nobody is good at this on car one or anything at the beginning. So that's fine. You get less bad by doing it more. So there is no shortcut here. Volume is the entire teacher. And it's a win either way. They leave you a review, which is a win, because you can go back to the review, okay? And you can then fix and amend whatever needs to be fixed there. Or they send you to their friends and families, which is even better for you because you get to get more customers, more people, which means more money. Your first customers are very important, super important, because your first customers will pay you multiple times, okay? Not only will they send you to their friends and families, they will come back to you themselves. They come back and they pay you properly next time because they know your worth now, okay? They've tried you, tested you. They send you paying clients through referrals. So, hey, I just bought a new car. Or this guy just helped me sell my car. Oh, I want to sell mine. Here's their number. He's great. Good for you. And the third, their testimonial sells for you whilst you sleep. You wake up, you get messages. Here's the pictures. Here's a car I want to sell. That's your commission to work on that day. Okay? Either answer is useful. Yes is a customer. No is information. Because yes, you have a car to sell and a case study to build. Record everything you do. You'll need it for the next 10 conversations. Okay? That's if it's a yes. If it's a no, ask them straight up, what would I have to do to make it worth your while? Right? Then solve exactly that. For them or for the next person. At least you get some data and now you know what you need to sort of do next time. Does that make sense? You can see in front, you can see right now basically what 5 cars can basically get you in the typical commission that you can get for each car. £200 to £300, and if the car is worth more, you can make a little bit more. The cash that will come to your hands is about £1,000 to 1.5. Takes you about 4 to 6 weeks, and your own money that you've put into it is zero. That £1,000 is no longer commission; it is your first car. With that money, you buy a
So you
car.
mean that
Go on.
also I can use that money and then flip my own car, right?
Yeah, you can use that money to buy a car that's worth more than £1,000, sell it for profit.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Climb the
And
ladder from there onwards.
but the thing is, like, how would I know to sell the car? How to sell the car? Like,
This is all information that you find within the institute as well itself. Have a look at the flips vault. There's a document in there that explains to you exactly how you can basically start doing that.
I didn't see that. Sick, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all breaking down for you. It's all broken down, so it's easy for you to sort of understand and then start building your empire. Because why not? What actually kills beginners? Do you know? Chasing one person for 2 weeks, for example, instead of calling the other person. Like, don't chase people. People don't like them. Okay, guessing the price out loud. Don't do this because one wrong number might get someone to feel booked out and they might think, dude, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, so the trust is just gone. Taking the first offer out of relief. Don't do that either because the buyer can feel it. Hold the price for the seller that you promised. So don't do that. Don't put them through that. And if it is going to happen, let them know first. Hello, someone offered this much. If you're desperate, you can take it. I can say yes. If not, I know I can get more, right? If you're going to quit within 10 to 15 calls, then just quit now. This is not for you. But trust me, keep calling them. You will find your people and you can start building your own network from there. None of these are skill problems. It's not a skill issue. These are nerve problems. So, for example, I am a big believer of hard work beats talent, okay? My Armstrong says this as well. So keep calling them, be patient, you will get to your destination. Sorry, the last step, bro, is that, so right now, bro, you might have to just start for free because there's no history, no one knows you, your past might be bad, whatever the weather. So start for free, the first 5 cars, just to show and start building that trust. Because when you start free with those 5 cars and you get to that £1,500, remember you got there for free and now people know you. Those 5 cars have opened up the doors for you. Because those 5 people are going to go tell 10 people or 15 people that you are now a problem solver and hand your number out to them so you can start building your reputation from that, okay? Then you can then start gradually increasing your rate. So 80% off on the next 5 cars, 60% off on the next 5 cars, for example, and then you can go full rate. You can say, look, I'm charging this much because I know I'm good. I've done it for so many people. You've got my number from someone that did it. And they know someone that did it, and they know someone that did it. So I want £1,000, so I want £500, and I'll deal with it for you. Does that make sense?
And I can just build my own dealership on that basis, right?
More or less, exactly that.
Oh, that's sick.
Exactly that. Because now, when you do sell these cars for them, and let's say they pay you that £500 or £400, and you do that 4 or 5 times, you don't even need the job anymore. That's a wage. That's a monthly wage right there. And then, yeah, basically, look, recap. Write down 100 numbers or close to 100 numbers to people that you know that own a car. Pick one channel. Phone calls beats everything else. If you can't do phone calls, remember what we spoke about. Open human. Okay, so just be human. Nothing about cars in the first minute. Validate what they say. Okay, praise the good in it as well. Pivot. Make the offer with the risk removed. Okay, so you only pay me once I sell it. You only pay me once I'm done with it. Once it's sold. Okay. Ask, does anyone you like come to mind before you hang up? If they say no. Do 5, collect video proof of every single one of them. Try and do this because this is super crucial and important because if you go to someone else, you can say, hey, look, these are people I've dealt with and I've done it for. You make them feel so much more comfortable to trust in you. Take the £1,000 or 1.5k, buy your own flip with it.
But the thing is, when I get the 1,000, like, how do I know that car is not going to lose all that money, bro? Like,
we have a deal desk in the community.
But I didn't see that. How does it work?
So when you go through the files that I told you about earlier, we have a deal desk where you basically go onto the community and then you click on the deal desk, you put the car's details, the car's link, pictures, and all the information. We run an analysis on it. So we check and make sure that the evaluation that you've made is correct, right? And that you're making this amount of profit when you do sell it. So before you even take the risk, we actually validate it for you.
Okay, so you check the car for me, right?
We check it for you, we check the car, we check the deal, we check the history, MOT, so on and so forth.
Wow, it's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope this was very good and very detailed. And if you're someone that's interested in buying and selling cars for a profit, whether you want to start with money to make a lot of more money quicker or start with zero to start making some money and start flipping cars, click the link below. Please subscribe. It helps us out a lot. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.